welcome to another exciting class. In today's class, we will be considering exercise 25. We did exercise 24 in our last class. And in this exercise, we'll be using these concepts: addition concept, subtraction, division, and also we'll see using multiplication concept. Alright, get set as we proceed. Here's our first example. Study this example carefully. We have 5, 9, 8, and 53 at the middle. Now you may wonder, how can we get each of these numbers? They are not difficult, it's simple. Alright, let's get started. Assuming we are to look for the 53, assuming 53 was not given to us, how can we get our 53? Before we go to our board, let's explain something. What you simply do, you are going to multiply a 5 and 9. Then you add 8 to it. 5 times 9 plus 8. Alright, this is what we mean. Let's go to our board now. It's going to be 5 times 9. That will give us 45. That will give us 45. Then you said 45 plus 8. And that is 53. So that was how 53 was gotten. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 8 is 53. Good. Now, assuming 9 was not given. Assuming 9 was not given, how can we get your 9? It's also simple. First and foremost, you have to remove the 8 at the bottom. That is 53 minus 8. 53 minus 8 will give you 45. After which, you now say 45 divided by 5. Alright, this is what we mean now. Let's go to our board. Let's erase this. This is it. 53, the 53 that was in the middle, minus 8 at the bottom. That will give you 45. 45. Then the next step is 45 divided by 5. 45 divided by 5. And that will give you 9. So, in summary, that is, you first of all remove your 8 at the bottom, after which you do division. The same thing applies to the 5. Assuming 5 was not given. Assuming the 5 was not given, how can you get your 5? The same way, you remove the 8 from the 53, then you divide the answer you've gotten by 9. So they follow the same process. Okay, let's assume 8 was not given. How can you get your 8? What you simply do in this case, you multiply 5 and 9. Multiply 5 and 9. This is it. That is 5. Let's use this bottom here. 5 times 9. We give you what? 45. 5 times 9 will give you 45. Then remove this 45 from the 53 at the bottom. That is 53 minus 45. And there we get our 8. So that is it. I believe you've gotten it. Alright. Let's go over to our next example. This example is so similar with the one we did earlier. Very, very similar. How is it similar? Look at it. We have a number at the middle, we have two numbers at the side, and one number at the top. So if the process is similar. Alright, this is it. Assuming we are to look for this 10th place, what you simply do, you multiply 3 and 2. That is 3 times 2 will give you 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Do you get it now? It's so similar. Okay, assuming we are looking for these 2 places, what do? You first subtract your 4 first. That is 10 minus 4. Okay, let's go to our board this time. Let's go to our board. Alright, this is what we are trying to say. Assuming we are looking for these 2 places now. Assuming 2 was not given, what will you do? This is it. 10, the 10 at the middle, minus what? That number at the top, 4. Which is what? 6. Don't forget, you are looking for the 2 place. What next then? 6. Divide by 3. We give you 2. So that was how 2 was gotten. Let me repeat it again. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 2, by 3 rather, is 2. The same thing applies when you are looking for 3 place. And how about the 4 place? The 4 place simply 3 times 2, which is 6. Then you say 10 minus 6 is 4. So this second example follow the same pattern with the very first example we did. Alright kids, let's consider our last example in this exercise. Alright, example 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 2. That is not correct. Someone may say 3 divided by 3 should be 1. 6 divided by 2 should be 3. 4 divided by 1 should be 4. But we are getting something different. Hello, kid, this is simply a code. Now, 1 is represented by 2. Whenever you see 2 as your answer, that simply means 1. Whenever you see 4 as an answer, that simply means 3. And when you see 5 as your answer, that simply means 4. So this is the code. It's very, very interesting code. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we represent it by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, represented by 4, because we are working with a code. Now, let's work with the middle example now. Let's assume 4 was not given. This 4 was not given. How can you get your 4? You already know the code. 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. So you put 4 there, because a coded number. So, because 4 represent the 3. Alright, what about when you are looking for the 6th place? Now, before we proceed, let me give you a little secret. When you are working with 3 sets of numbers, whenever you are asked to get the bigger number place, what you simply do is multiplication. That is it. Okay, now, just assume we are looking for we are looking for 6. Assume we are looking for this 6th place. Alright, you already studied the example. You already know that the 6th place is the biggest of all the numbers. What you simply do, you multiply 2 and 4. Multiply 2 and 4. Remember that 4 there is not 4, it's actually 3. You already know the code. So you multiply 2 and 3. That is 2 times 3 is what? 6. Let's go to our board and explain this better. After explaining this, you'll get it better. Alright, let's assume this is the question given to us now. 6 divided by 2, which is 4. Remember, this 4 means 3. Let me write it at the corner here. It means 3. 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. But according to the code in this very example is 4. So 3 is represented by 4. And now I told you, when you're looking for the biggest number place, which is 6, what you simply do is multiplication. What are you multiplying? There is it. 2 times 3 is what? 6. Simple. Alright. What if you are looking for these 2 places? You are looking for these 2 places. What will you do? Is division. So when you are looking for a smaller number place, you do division. We are looking for a bigger number, the biggest number place, you do what? Multiplication. That is, if you are looking for 2 now, what will you do? Divide. 6 divided by 3. Assuming these 2 places was not given, what will you do? Is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. The same thing, assuming this 3 place, remember this 4 is a code for 3. Assuming it was not given, what will you do? You say 3, rather you say 6 divided by 2. That is, if 3 is no longer 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. So that is just the secret. Hello kids, I believe you've learned something today. We learned different form of examples. Example 1 and example 2, they follow the same procedure. While example 3 is simply division and multiplication problem. Hello kids, with this we come to the end of our class today. I know you have a nice time watching. Have a lovely time. Attempt your quiz. Do your assignment.